5 movements. That's all it takes. If you lock in on these and execute them the right way, your physique will never be the same. Skip them and no amount of gym time will save you. Let's break it down. Exercise 1, the standing dumbbell overhead press. This movement builds all 3 heads of the deltoids while developing functional pressing strength and core stability. Pressing from a standing position keeps your core engaged throughout the lift, creating full body tension and better coordination. Dumbbells are the preferred choice here because they allow natural hand positioning and independent arm movement, increasing overall muscle activation. Research backs this up. A study conducted in Norway comparing multiple pressing variations found that standing dumbbell presses demanded the most stability, leading to greater deltoid engagement. While this variation typically produces a lower 1-rep max than barbell pressing, the trade-off is higher muscle activation and more complete shoulder development. The data makes this clear. For the anterior deltoid, seated barbell presses produce roughly 11% less activation than dumbbells. Standing barbell presses sit about 15% lower than seated dumbbells, and seated dumbbells show about 20% less than standing dumbbells. If your primary goal is muscle growth, the standing dumbbell press is the superior choice. That said, rotating between barbell and dumbbell variations is a perfectly valid approach if you're chasing both size and strength. Exercise 2. Pull-ups. You can press all day, but without serious pulling strength, your upper body will never look complete. Width, thickness, and that powerful V-taper come from your back, and nothing builds it like pull-ups. Pull-ups are the ultimate test of real upper body strength. You're not moving a bar or a machine, you're moving your entire body through space, and that forces more muscle recruitment than most gym exercises ever will. Done correctly, pull-ups train your lats, mid-back, traps, rear delts, biceps, and core all at once. Grip choice matters. A common belief is that an extremely wide grip is required to build a wide back, assuming wider hands equal wider lats. Research doesn't support this. A 2014 study had trained men perform lat pull-downs using narrow, medium, and wide grips ranging from shoulder width to twice shoulder width, and the results showed similar lat activation across all grip widths. A practical recommendation is to start with a grip slightly wider than shoulder width and rotate variations over time. To perform pull-ups correctly, begin in a complete dead hang with arms fully extended. Drive your elbows down and back rather than pulling with your arms. Pull until your chin clears the bar, squeeze your lats and shoulder blades hard at the top, then lower yourself slowly back to a dead hang. That stretch at the bottom is critical for growth, so don't skip it. For beginners, resistance bands, assisted pull-up machines, or negative pull-ups are all effective ways to build strength while preserving proper mechanics. Program 3 to 5 sets taken close to failure 2 to 3 times per week, resting about 2 minutes between sets. Once you can perform more than 15 clean reps, it's time to add resistance using a dip belt or a dumbbell held between your legs. Exercise 3. Incline bench press. If there's one movement that separates a flat chest from a powerful, filled-out upper torso, this is it. The incline press builds the upper chest shelf, the part of your chest that makes your entire physique look thicker, stronger, and more dominant from every angle. Set the bench between 30 and 45 degrees. This range places maximum tension on the upper chest without dumping the load onto the shoulders. Before you move any weight, pull your shoulder blades down and back and hold them there. That stable base is what lets the chest do the work instead of the joints. Whether you're pressing a barbell or dumbbells, the principles are the same. Lower the weight with control, keeping your elbows about 45 degrees from your torso. Bring it down until you feel a deep, controlled stretch across the upper chest. From the bottom, press with intent. Drive the weight back up in a smooth, powerful path while keeping your chest high and your shoulders pinned. Lock out at the top without losing tension. Every rep should be deliberate and controlled. Slow descents, strong presses, and constant tension are what force the upper chest to adapt and grow. Train this lift consistently, and your chest doesn't just get bigger, it changes the way your entire upper body looks. Exercise 4. Dips.
This is one of the most effective upper body compound movements for developing the triceps, which make up roughly 2/3 of your total arm mass. Dips don't just build arm size, they create dense tricep development that makes your arms look powerful from every angle. One of the biggest advantages of dips over isolation tricep exercises is that they also train the lower portion of the chest, which pairs perfectly with incline pressing to produce more complete chest development overall. For maximum tricep emphasis, keep your torso as upright as possible rather than leaning forward. Staying vertical increases elbow flexion and extends the range of motion, placing greater stress on the triceps. To perform dips correctly, grip the parallel bars and support your body at the top with arms fully extended. Lower yourself by bending at the elbows until your upper arms are at least parallel to the floor, keeping your elbows close to your body. Press back up by fully extending your elbows and squeezing your triceps hard at the top. A common mistake with bodyweight exercises is failing to progressively overload them. Once you can perform 15 or more clean reps, add resistance using a dip belt or a dumbbell between your legs. Beginners can start with an assisted dip machine or resistance bands, though parallel bar dips should always be the long-term goal. Program 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps twice per week, resting about 2 minutes between sets.
Exercise 5, the deadlift. Very few movements in strength training come close to matching the deadlift in terms of total muscle involvement and raw physical payoff. This single lift trains the hamstrings, glutes, lower back, mid-back, upper back, traps, forearms, and core. Essentially, your entire posterior chain working together under serious load. That's why deadlifts build the kind of dense, rugged muscle that makes you look genuinely powerful, not just lean or athletic. One of the biggest advantages of the deadlift is how natural the movement pattern is. Humans have been lifting objects off the ground for as long as we've existed, which is why the hip hinge feels intuitive once you understand it. The deadlift also offers serious versatility through its many variations. If one had to be chosen for maximizing overall development, it would be the sumo deadlift. This version brings the quadriceps into the movement more effectively, uses a wider stance to shorten the range of motion, and increases leg drive, allowing you to move heavy weight with strong mechanical efficiency. To perform the sumo deadlift correctly, take a wide stance with feet set wider than shoulder width and toes pointed slightly outward. Position the bar close to your shins and grip it with your hands inside your knees. Keep your chest tall, back flat, and core braced. Drive through your heels, extend your hips, and stand tall while squeezing your glutes at the top. Lower the bar under control by hinging at the hips, keeping it close to your body throughout. Beginners can start with trap bar deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts using lighter weight to learn proper hip hinge mechanics before progressing to heavier pulls. Aim for 3 to 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps once per week, resting about 3 minutes between sets. You don't need dozens of exercises, complicated splits, or endless gym sessions to build a powerful, jacked physique. You need the right movements, trained with intent, and progressed consistently. These 5 cover everything: strength, size, balance, and real muscle development. Stick to this, recover properly, fuel your body right, and the results will follow. Your chest will be fuller, your back wider, your shoulders stronger, your arms thicker, and your physique will finally reflect the work you're putting in. If you want more no-fluff training content, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.